All right, hello. This is the video breakdown for your final exam. Um, Pretty straightforward in terms of what the actual exam is going to be. Just looking at it, I've written all the formal stuff here. You guys can read through that. I'm not going to read word for word. But essentially, you guys are going to answer three of the four provided questions for your final. You get to choose, and it's a pretty in-depth writing final. This is something that is completely separate from the presentation that you're doing. Um, this is something that when I took a capstone course, we literally sat down and like hand wrote it during the final period. So I'm giving you guys a couple weeks a heads up, just to kind of get this stuff done. But you're required to answer three of the four provided questions. Each question will require you to demonstrate your ability to synthesize key concepts from the course. Basically, I'm trying to see your guys' understanding of some of the concepts and things that we talked about, um, and went throughout the year. Make sure that some of it's sticking, basically. But the format, each quancer, uh, for each question, your answer should be approximately 2 pages. Um, I'm counting that as double spaced, and 2 pages double spaced isn't really anything. Just what I'm looking for there is a nice, well thought out answer with some references and sources there, right? So any type of it can be a YouTube video, as long as it really does make sense, and you are able to pull a quote or something from it, but a nice solid source that you utilize in answering your question. Um, and then yeah, submit it as a single document PDF. Pretty standard for these. Depth of analysis, clarity of argument, and application of course concepts to practical scenarios. Not really a practical scenario, more you're just answering the question. But here's kind of the three questions that we're looking at: esports business models, player development and mental health, event or esports and sponsorships, and the future of esports broadcasting. So I think these are like four of, in my opinion, some of the more important topics, and things that just ended up working best as questions. Because like if I were to pull like high school esports, it's like, oh, like what's the landscape of high school esports? Like that does not really work great for a final question. So if you guys can pick your favorite three that you feel that you can really give the best answers for, do those and get it all submitted. I do have the rubric here for you so you can see the things that I'm going to be looking at. But other than that, I think this is going to be a pretty straightforward final. It is pretty writing intensive, so I wanted to give you a heads up when it comes to it. Please let me hear this kind of in your own words and stuff too, right? Put some really like nice thought and effort into this. It is a big portion of the grade. Want to make sure that you guys have a good understanding of everything, and I just think this is one of the best ways to do that in the format that we're doing. Um, it can overlap a little bit with your presentation depending on what topic you pick. So that could be beneficial to you if one of the questions is incorporated into your presentation from the other assignment, so that you can kind of go through and do everything. But other than that, that's really all that we got. And I'm realizing now that I recorded this without showing my screen, so that's pretty funny. Um, I think it'll be okay. Uh, you guys can follow along and try to see how I scrolled. I don't think I need to really record this again. It's all I can show it now. It's all pretty laid out and straightforward, with everything here. So if you guys have any questions, please let me know. If this video doesn't make sense, you really feel like I need to scroll with it, let me know. I'll re-record it. I think it'll be fine. Thank you guys. Like I said, reach out if you have anything.